Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another episode of Patton's Best. This is going to be episode 19 here on the World War II Solitaire Board Game channel. So happy that we're still alive, our commander still is alive, and also from our original crew we still got the loader alive. But that's it. Everyone else is either KIA or sent home. So our commander is currently at the hospital. He will be back for duty on the 16th of November. We finished a big counterattack on the 12th of November. So we got 4 more days here to roll for, and I'm hoping that we're gonna pass. Next, we have 2 counterattacks. Combat will occur on a 2 or lower, and then we have 2 advances. Combat will occur on a 4 or lower, and then on the 5th day we have another advance with medium resistance. Combat will occur on 4 or lower, and that's when my commander, loader, and assistant driver is back. So we're gonna go ahead and roll now first for the counterattack, where again combat will occur on a roll of 2 or lower. That was close. We rolled 7. It was almost a 1. So we don't see any action in the first counterattack. Next one, we are lucky again. We miss out on combat. Next one is advance with heavy resistance. So I definitely want to skip that one. Combat occurs on a roll of 4 or higher. And we rolled 7. Let's see here. Actually, I think... okay, so I misjudged. It's kind of hard to see on this sometimes. So now our commander is actually back. Our loader is back, and our assistant driver is back. So if we go back and look here where I made the signs. So first we have our gunner. Let's see here, T. Brayton. Is that the one? No, that's not. Okay, no, it's a loader. Sorry, apologies. So the loader is gonna be... Who was the original loader that got wounded? I should have that on my crew chart here that I made. Our loader that got wounded. Is that W. Bridge? No. It's W. Peterson. He's still alive. So where is W. Peterson? We're gonna find his stats, and then we have myself as the commander, and we have the assistant driver, who I also don't remember who that was. Let's see, we gotta go back to the combat where all of that stuff happened. And that must have been, it was the 10th of November. So I gotta get back to the 10th of November. If you give me a moment here. There's so many after action reports now because we've been going at it for such a long time here. Let's see if I can find it. It's not back here. That's the 11th of November, and the wound happened again at the 10th of November. Okay, let's go through 4th of August, 7th of August, 1st of August, 3rd of August, 30th, 29th of July, 27th, 28th of July, 16 September, 19 September. Here we have 9th of... Okay, so it should be this one, the 9th of November, it says. Oh yes, that's actually right. It's the 9th, not the 10th. So first of all, we have our commander, Dianiemi. So unfortunately for, or not unfortunate, but William Moulton is promoted, and he's transferred to another tank. As we take, he has a rating 4. As we take our original commander back, Dianiemi, with a rating of 9. So I'm just gonna note here that William Moulton is transferred. I keep a track of everything that happens to all of the crew members. And then we have our gunner, Vince C, with a rating of 9. And these two are actually the only guys that are left now from our original guys. Let's see here. Assistant drivers killed in action. Driver sent home. Okay, it's a little bit confusing. Because... No, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, so here we go. Then we have our loader, W. Peterson. That's a one left that is original. Okay, and I'm also... Where is the current one? Sorry about if I'm confusing you guys. Here's the current one. Okay, so William Moulton is transferred. We have D, Niemi, which is I. And remember, we're playing until the Niemi is either KIA and we lose the game, or the war is over, or he's sent home and we basically win. And let's see, then we had our loader, and our loader is W. Peterson, and then our assistance driver, which is Premi Jack. But let's start with the loader. The loader is currently Johnny P. So Johnny P is going to be transferred. So Johnny P. And we just got him back because remember he was wounded. But anyway, he's transferred now. As Johnny P has a rating of 3, but 5. But our other loader, W. Peterson, has a rating of 9. So it just makes sense to replace him with the original. Also, W. Peterson is, besides my commander, the only crew member that has been with us from the start. And then we have D. Anderson, who's the assistant driver, and we have Premi Jack. So we're gonna take Premi Jack. No offense, D. Anderson. It's just that he has a higher crew rating, and our mission is basically just to make it through the campaign. We need to survive, so we need to let's see how we spell that. Prem E Jack. But everyone who's transferred, I make a little bubble here also, because basically if we run out of crew replacements here, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. We'll take the guys that were previously transferred. Okay, so that should be it. I'm just gonna take a quick look here. That's everything. So everything is in order. That's our previous combat logs. Well, that's great. We got the commander back in his commander seat, so I'm definitely happy. And we need to keep rolling for combat. The next combat is an assault with 4. Combat occurs on a 4 or lower, and it's gonna be medium resistance. So we go ahead and roll a d10. I roll a 9, so there is no combat. And then we have another advance, medium resistance. Combat happens on a 4 or lower. And we roll a 3, so now we have combat. But I'm definitely okay with that, because now we have our commander back in the seat. There's no historical note on this day. All right, so let's note on our after action report here. We have the 17th of November now. So we are getting close to New Year's Eve, night number 45. Our tank name is Hafen. No, that was knocked out, right? No, Hafen was not knocked out. Yeah, we still have our assault tank, Hafen, and we have a medium advance. We have 35 fuel. Still have 14 VP with our commander. And we have 3 purple hearts. I've been seriously wounded and lightly wounded. Seriously wounded once and lightly wounded twice. Alright, so we remove our combat calendar. And we take a look at our board here. sequence of play. Consult the weather table. We are still in November, so we are going to have clear weather on a roll of 1 to 61. Roll 97. 97 in November is going to be mud with overcast. Okay. And mud is pretty bad because it gives us plus 15 minutes to all our traveling, and HE is less effective. And overcast means we have to check the weather every hour. That's very annoying because on a roll of 9 to 10 you have rain. All right, let's see here. Determine amount of daylight available, or actually before we should, let's mark the weather here. Mud plus overcast. It also means no enemy airstrikes. Sorry, friendly airstrikes. Consult ammo availability and extra ammo. Yes, we do. As we did before, we bring 10 HEBI and we bring 34. Let's see here what's left. If we bring 60 HE, then AP should be 44 minus 10, 34 left. Yes, sir. And then we have to roll to see extra. So we roll on advanced table, a d10, and roll 1. So that's no extra ammo at all that we have to bring. However, I will bring voluntarily 10 extra 30 cal boxes. Let's see what we do now. We load here our red rack, 2 AP and 2 HE. And determine amount of daylight available. We are in November. 7:15 is the sunrise. And sunset is at 4:15 p.m. So that's quite a short day, and then we have mud. So we're gonna have to fight to reach our exit objective. We need to roll now on time use table for time and ammo already expended. We hope for a low number. We get 6. That's gonna be split in half. That's 3, and then it's always +1. So it's totally we lose 4 hours of time. Okay, that's not super good. And 6 also means we lose 6 30 cal boxes, so we have 4 extra now instead of 10. And we lose, I believe it is 12 HE, yes. So we go from 60 HE to 48. And today we have no extra HE rounds, which is quite rare. Okay, determine your tank deployment from the deployment table. And roll 23, and with this kind of tank, it's going to be stopped. And very close to being the lead tank. At 32 to 36, you are the lead tank, but nope. We're not this time, but we're going to be before the day is over, I'm sure. Alright. Open hatches. Yes, sir. We're going to go ahead and open all of our hatches. Maybe we should keep the commander's hatch closed now. I'll keep it open a little bit longer. Once we're about halfway through the calendar, I'm going to be a little bit more careful. Marking the open hatches, mark the round in the main gun. We go with HEs. We can use advancing fire. Yes, sir. That should be it. Determine the start area. And roll 3. So our starting area is going to be number 3, which is over here. Roll on the exit area table and roll a 4. So our exit area is going to be 6. And 6 is over here, so that's definitely doable. That's just 1, 2, 3, 4 zones. We should be able to do that even with the crappy weather that we got. Roll for resistance here in the B area, and expected resistance for the day is medium. So that means on a roll of 1 to 5, it's going to be light resistance, 6 to 9 medium, 10 or higher is going to be high. And roll a 2, so we have light resistance in our first area, which is good. Let's see how much time we have here. 3, 4. We have totally today for 5 hours. And Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of travel time because of the mud. So I'm not gonna call in any artillery strike. I'm simply moving here. That spends, first of all, it spends 2 fuel. So we go to 33, and then we spend 45 minutes moving in, and 15 minutes extra because we have mud. And then we have to roll to see if rain starts. Every start of hour you roll for rain if you have a roll cost. Rain starts on a roll of 9 to 10, I want to remember. Yes, sir. And we roll a 7, so we do not have any rain. And then we roll for advancing fire, which we will use. And that is going to be, let's see, 1.5, so that's 1 HE round. I haven't played in a few days now, so I gotta remind myself of the rules here. Yes. One D10, split in two, rounded down, HE rounds of 30 cal boxes. So that's split in two, it's 1.5, rounded down and is 1. So we go from 4 extra 30 cal boxes to 3, and we go from 48 HE rounds, 47. Yes, sir. And then we check to see if there is combat. Combat will occur in this area on a roll of 8 or higher. And roll 3, so there is no combat. So we flip the marker. We have captured our first area and therefore also managed to get our first victory point of the day. We check the resistance in this B area. A roll of 1 to 5, it's light. Ooh. Wow. That was close. I thought it was gonna be. I was sure it was gonna be like heavy resistance or something. I think we're just gonna keep going. Try not to waste any more time. So we're just gonna go ahead and go in again without using any artillery. We mark off 45 minutes, and then additional 15 minutes because we have mud, and there is no connecting roads. That's why it takes so long. Then we spend to fuel, of course. We go from 33 to 31 fuel. And then we roll again to see if the rain starts, as we have a new hour. 9 to 10 it starts to rain. We roll a 7, so there is no rain. And then we roll for advancing fire. There's so much things to keep track of. We roll a 4, split in half, that's 2. So we go from 330 extra 30 cal boxes to 1. We go from 47 HE rounds to 45. Alright, and then we roll to see if there is combat. Combat will occur on a roll of 8 or higher. And roll 9, so we actually have combat. So the first thing we go and do is place out our advanced fire markers. One thing to note here, Gatto, a guy on Boardgame Geek, a very nice guy, he noted that I did one error with my advancing fire. I did it I think 1 or 2 times, and that is that sometimes I like to put my advanced fire markers in close and long range. I don't know why, I just feel like it's a higher probability that they will spawn in long, but for some very strange game rule, I don't understand it, but for some rule, in sector 6 to 8, you cannot put advancing fire in the long sector. I have no idea why, and after, after also, I have to say, analyzing the rules, I don't really see the reason why I should put in long range. I think medium range makes more sense because, for example, light weapons, they cannot spawn in long range. That is one of the reasons. And AT guns, for example, I mean, there's the same on a roll of 3 to 7 is medium range, and on a roll of 1 to 10 is long range. So it's the same probability. And also with dice, a roll of 3 to 7 is more likely for some reason, according to the statistics, than 8 to 10. So anyway, but I mean, sometimes it's fun to mix, but it's strange. But you cannot put advancing fire in the long range of that sector. That is sector 6 to 8. And Gatto noted that. I know I have read it, but I've totally forgotten it. That is just an perfect example of all the rules that you have to keep in your mind while playing Patton's Best. And the best way just to do it is read the rules every now and then, like, maybe once in a while, just to refresh yourself, and then you'll see, because you will understand everything. So a rule like that will stand out, and you will like, oh man, I forgot about that one. And then I just make a post-it note or something. Okay guys, we're gonna roll to see now what happens. It's an advanced scenario, so we activate 2 enemy units. We have 8, which is gonna be a machine gun. And for our second enemy, we roll 44, which is gonna be a tank. We roll to see where the machine gun spawns. It will spawn over here to the right. It will spawn, I believe that is close range. Yes, sir. And terrain for our machine gun is going to be in a B area. Roll of 7 means woods or fortification. And that is the number 3 here. During 1144, which is now November 1944, and 245, so February 45, treat as fortification terrain. Okay, so we have a fortification. So the MG team is basically in a bunker, and then we have the tiger, and the tiger will go over here. And distance, 10, I believe that is long distance, yes sir. And the facing of our beautiful tiger is gonna be the front, and his terrain in a B area is gonna be open. So he's in the open. All right. That's it. We will roll for advancing fire versus the enemy machine gun. Let's look if there is any modifier for that fortification. Give me one moment. Flank fire, airstrike, each controlled, woods versus vehicles, smoke, fog, falling snow. That's why you don't want falling snow or fog. We say we'll have a +10 on this friendly action table. That is horrible. Fog or falling snow. Fog is worse, and you have also higher probability of ambushes, stuff like that. Okay, I cannot see any. That is actually the first time I encounter an enemy with that is in a fortification. So, anyway, to get rid of this guy, we need to roll 1, 2, 39. And roll 9. So the MG team is, remember, it's retreating. As when you take out enemies with advancing fire, it is not considered knocked out, it is considered retreated. Okay, let's see if I can get rid of these advancing fire markers. And we now roll to see if we have an ambush. An ambush will occur on a roll of 1 to 7. And roll 5, so there's an ambush. So we're going to go ahead and start by rolling for the tiger. The tiger in an advanced scenario is going to have a +10 for the ambush. And it rolls 42, which turns into 52, and that is going to be moved back. So the tiger retreats off the board. He gets scared by just looking at us. And that means we roll now for random event. And roll 80. And that is enemy reinforcements, of course, always. It's always, whenever you get rid of the enemies in a, quickly, you always get enemy reinforcements. 8, that is going to be another machine gun. Let's roll to see where he starts off. Okay, I'm going to give you a promise now. 6 distance of the MGs, that's medium. I'm going to give you a promise, and that is going to be, it's going to be hard to stick to it, but I'm good. It's another fortification. I am going to do my best to stop complaining of the enemy reinforcements, because it is what it is. It's me that choose not to house rule it, so I shouldn't bitch about it. And it's not fun watching someone play while they're just nagging and bitching. So this is going to be the last time I complain about the enemy reinforcements during random events table. The next time it happens, I'm just going to do it as you're supposed to without complaining. Okay, so now we have our turn. And the question is what we want to do. Do we want to keep our hatches open? That is a very good question. But first of all, we get to spot. So we're going to go ahead and try to spot with our commander, who has a rating of 9. And he rolls a 4, so that's good. It's spotted, not hidden. And yeah, we'll close our hatches because we have this guy with... At least the commander had... come on, he has the Vision Cupola, though. I could try to kill him with the main gun. Let's do that instead. It's more fun than hiding. Pivot tank. And then our loader will load, so we will mark that with this, so it doesn't use... he cannot spot next turn. Or... Okay, so we're not going to pivot because we don't have the gyro stabilizer any longer. So we'll stay put, but we will rotate turret and fire main gun with our gunner. And let's see, commander is going to go ahead and direct fire. And our assistant driver will go ahead and fire BOMG. And then we will load from ready rack. And we will load HE. Okay, so let's start off by marking off an HE. We go from 45 to 44. I'm just gonna roll for the coaxial, the BOMG first. To have that done, we roll 100s. We have a gun malfunction with the BOMG, so that doesn't work. So we put back the marker. BOMG is malfunctioning, and then we go ahead and roll. First of all, we change the turret like that, and then we look at our to hit target. Probably gonna be hard now. Infantry target medium range is 30 or lower. And let's see here, we have a crew gun rating. Our crew gun rating is as follows: 996. So that's 1524. So the 30 turns into a 54 or lower. Rotates turret fire, that's plus 10. So our 54 turns into a 44. And let's see here. Targeting fortification plus 25. Oh, plus 25, so our 34. Let's see here. It turns into a 19 then. Oof. Okay, 19. We need 19 or lower to hit. But to get rate of fire, we need I should roll for the hit first. I'm gonna forget otherwise what I needed to hit. I thought it was 19. 19 or lower, we get 23. Oh man, I'm gonna recalculate it. We have acquired the enemy by 1. Well, let's see, we needed 30. Then it was 24, right? Yeah, so that's 54. Minus that 44. Minus 25 because it's a fortification. Yeah, 19. Okay, so we miss, but we get rate of fire. Because to get rate of fire, we only need 30 minus 10. Because ready rack, that's 40 minus gunner and loader's rating. 15, so 55 or lower to get rate of fire. So HE, we go down 1. And we fire again. 43 HE rounds left. We need 19 or lower. And we get 14, so we hit. Perfect. Actually, we need now 25 or lower because we have acquired enemy by 2. And that we will fire once more. And now we just load normally because we have no rounds left from the HE rack. So we mark off. We have 42 left. So we'll try to hit again now. And 19 or lower to hit, but acquire target 2 minus 20. So it's going to be 39 or lower now to hit. I rolled 97, so unfortunately no hit. Very close to gun malfunction. Okay, so we have 1 hit. So now we need to see if we kill a guy. 2 kill infantry targets. 75mm gun. We have direct fire to hit 55 or lower. Target mud or deep snow. Yes, we have mud, so that's a plus 5, so 55 or turns into 50. Targeting fortification, and that doesn't matter, only to area fire, not to direct fire. So 50 or lower, we take him out. 42, we killed MG with our gun. And that's sweet, because that means we have another VP. We mark off here 1 knocked out machine gun. And that's pretty cool that we got him even though he was in the fortification. Acquired target, let's remove that. And the HE hit. Okay, perfect. And then we go ahead and roll one last time, hopefully, on the random events table. We roll 95. 95 is flanking fire in an advance, but we have nothing to flank, nothing to kill, so that is the end of the scenario. we flip the control marker, and that is going to be our second VP. And then we get to check resistance here and roll an 8, so that is going to be medium resistance. So now it might be time to bring in some artillery. Let's see how much time I need here. I need 45 minutes and 1 hour. So 1 hour and 45 minutes. So I have roughly, yes, we should also mark actually 50 minutes for a battle. I always forget that. But to travel again, 1 hour and 45 minutes. So I have basically 1 hour to call for support. So that might be a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna call for 2 artillery strikes. First one is not granted, second one is granted. So I have 1 artillery strike granted. 45 minutes. Yeah, I am not gonna call for more. I'll move in. And that takes me totally 45 minutes plus 1 hour. So I'm going to have to roll 2 times now on the weather to see if rain starts. We roll a 2, so no rain. And second time we roll a 9, so then we have rain. So overcast turns into rain. And you have to keep rolling because rain might stop. Every hour you have to keep rolling. Okay, so we have rain now. Let's tidy up here. I also spend 2 fuels. So we go from 31 to 29. And then we will also roll to see. Oh, that was a dirt road, so I should scratch off 15 minutes. So it's only going to take 30 minutes plus 15, and here it's going to take 45 minutes plus 15. So, okay, so we need to see if combat occurs, but before we need to roll for advancing fire. We roll 9, so that's going to be 4 30 cal. And 30 cal turns from 31 then to 27. And main gun ammo from 42 to 38. So also we need to roll for on the gun malfunction repair table for our BOMG. And 51, so anything under 91 is repaired in between battles. So we remove the malfunctioning marker. We also go ahead and reload our ready rack. And one thing that I forgot actually, sadly it happens sometimes, but that's okay. I need to roll on the deployment table to see if my deployment changes. We rolled 6, so that is going to be for this tank, it's going to be hold down. On a roll of 1 to 8, we'll hold down. And we reset the turret also. And let's get rid of these orders. They don't need to be there. Okay, so we're still in our beautiful jumbo tank. I love this tank, but it's not very nice if you're ordered to be the lead tank. And that should be it. We should be ready now. You see, there's so many things to keep track of. And then when you have rain and mud and overcast, that's just... Ugh. Sometimes I wish that I stopped counting fuel and ammo, and I think if I ever play a campaign again that I record, I'll definitely gonna skip fuel and ammo. If I play by myself, I'm gonna use it, but you know, that's a thing. If I play by myself, I usually don't make many errors, but when I'm recording, you know, there's lights, you know, you've been through this. Let's roll for to see if there's combat. Combat will occur in a medium area on a roll of 6 or higher. We roll a 7, so we have combat. That is unfortunate because that's going to take 15 more minutes of our time. And let's see how many enemies we get on a medium. I think it's 3. We put out our advanced fire markers. On medium, we have 3 enemies to activate. So the first enemy, we roll 82. That's a bad number, I think, now. And that's light weapons. We can deal with them. And then we roll 91. Okay, that's a Panzer Speerwagen. So we roll for enemy identification. That's going to be a Speerwagen, so a half track. So far, so good. We have light weapons and a half track. And then for our third enemy, we'll see if I jinxed us now. We roll 81. 81 is going to be another light weapons team. So this feels like, you know, we can manage. So let's roll for light weapons. Spawning area is going to be over here. Distance is going to be, let's see, close. Terrain is going to be, see, we're in a B area again. So that is actually going to be another fortification. So a lot of fortifications in November. Next light weapons will spawn over here. Distance is going to be short distance, and roll for the Spähwagen. Or we should roll for his terrain. So his terrain is also going to be fortification. And then finally the Spähwagen, who will go over here as well. And distance will be for the Spähwagen. Let's see if I can find medium. Facing for the Spähwagen will also be this side. And his terrain 7. Vehicle target B area 5 to 8 is in the open. So Spähwagen is out in the open. Okay, so first of all, we have some advancing fire to resolve against all of these guys. So for the light weapons here, we have 1 to 30. -9 because free controlled, US controlled areas. So that turns into 1 to 39 to take him out. Emerald 16, so he retreats. Remember, you don't kill them. Next light weapons, the same number, 1 to 39, and we roll 39. So next light weapons also retreats. Retreat from the little bunkers and run into the woods. And we do not get any VP for that, but we celebrate nonetheless. Then we have the Spähwagen, and the Spähwagen we need 1 to 49 plus 10 advanced fire or artillery fire versus vehicles. So 1 to 39 to take him out. Emerald 29, so we take the Spähwagen, we don't take him out, but we make him retreat. So that's cool, we remove the advanced fire markers. And we have 1 artillery support here, but we're not going to use that since there's no more enemies. We roll to see if there is an ambush. And yes, there is an ambush. That means we roll on the random events table. And we roll 2. That is going to be... time passes. No! I don't need that to happen. Next... okay, so next it's our turn. We go ahead and close all of our hatches. And then we go ahead and... should I close the hatches? Let's see here. My gunner, my loader. I want to be careful with those guys. So yeah, I will keep the hatches closed. I will fire as usual. Bow MG and coaxial. So bow MG with the assistant driver, the coaxial with the gunner. And we will fire... Here we roll for ammo expenditure and 24, so that is 1 box, and 26, so totally 2 boxes. We go from 25 30 cal boxes to 27 to 25, and then we roll on the random events table. And roll 82. 82 is going to be flanking fire, but we have nothing to flank, so that means the enemy battle ends. We reset our battle board here. We'll remove our orders. I love these little order markers. They make it, it feels so cool to put them out every time. And then we re-roll now. Okay, so first we flip this and we mark off our 3rd VP for today for capturing areas. And then we do something that we always forget, and that is roll on the deployment table, the 2d10, and we roll 9. Come on, 1 to 8 is hold down, but we roll 9. Okay, so we're not hold down, but we are stopped, and we are not the lead tank, so that makes me happy. We check for resistance in the last area, and that is the exit area. So let's hope for a low number. Oh, we get 6. That is, it's not super bad, but it's not good. We wanted 1 to 5. 6 means we have medium resistance. We're not going to have time to call in for any artillery or anything like that, because when we move in here, it's area which is not direct, so it's 45 minutes to go there, and plus 1 hour because we have mud, so that is, we're out of time officially. Okay, so we have rain, and the first 2 hours with rain, you have to roll to see if rain continues or stops. So let's see here. We need to roll, and that's after overcast. 1 to 5 it stops, 6 to 9 it does not stop. Okay, so 1 to 5 it stops, so that means rain now goes from the overcast. And there are, modifiers. We don't want rain, for example. I believe that you have an ambush more likely. Ambush will be -1 die roll modifier if you have rain, falling snow, or fog weather. So, ambushes are more likely to happen. And then regarding whether we have that on a friendly action, if you have fog or falling snow, no friendly action other than of any type other than artillery may be resolved against units in sector 6 to 8, either medium or long range. So very strange thing to keep in your mind. And then you have a +10 negative modifier during fog or falling weather. So, those are probably very easily going to be forgotten. We go from 29 fuel to 27, and we go ahead and roll for advancing fire. And we roll 8, so that's going to be 4 of each. So we go from 25 to 21 30 cal boxes, from 38 to 34 HE rounds. Okay, and now roll to see if there is combat. Combat will occur on a roll of 6. Actually, it's going to be 5 or higher because we have +1 modifier to our roll. It's an A area. So combat will occur on a roll of 5 to 10. And we roll 9, so we will have combat. And usually you mark off, as you know, 15 minutes, but there's no more time. And, you can trigger a combat for the last area, as that's part of, moving in. So you will still have combat. Okay, we place out our advanced fire markers. We have no... what do you call them, artillery, so this is going to be a little bit rough. We have 3 enemies to activate. The first one is going to be a truck. The second enemy to activate is going to be 38. That is going to be light weapons. So far so good. And then we have 68, and that is an AT gun. Okay, so we have 2 good, 1 bad. The truck will go over here, and the distance will be short, I believe, for a truck. Yes, sir. Close, and his rating will be the front. And his terrain shall be open. No, actually, 5 to 6 in an A area. That's in the woods. And then we have the light weapons, which will spawn... here. His range will be medium. His terrain, number 10, I believe that is moving in the open for... there is a note here. Infantry targets are light weapons, MGs, and AT. A roll of 10 for light weapons, only for light weapons, means moving in the open. So there's such small rules that you have to keep in your mind, that a 10 for only light weapons is always moving in the open. How can you remember that? I can, for some very strange reason. 1 for this wire, he spawns over here, and it's going to be 10, so that's long range, and his terrain is going to be in the woods, I believe. From A area 1 to 4 is woods. Okay, that's better than a fortification. Okay, so we go ahead and roll now on our friendly action table. Friendly action table, we start by rolling advancing fire against the truck. We will get the truck on a roll of 1 to 69. And roll 34, so the truck retreats. That's a smart move, my friend. You don't want to bring a truck to a tank fight. And then we have the light weapons, which will be retreating on a roll of 1 to 39. And roll 67, so the light weapons don't escape together with the truck. They decide to stay and fight. We roll to see if there is an ambush. Ambush occurs on a roll of 1 to 7. And roll a 7, so there is an ambush. There's always an ambush. You never roll 8, 9, or 10 for some damn reason with the ambushes. So we go ahead and look at enemy action advanced scenario. We start with the light weapons, who have a +20 roll die roll modifier. We roll 6, which turns into 26. 26 for this guy means move to the left. Roll for new terrain. 10 is going to be again moving in the open. Okay, and then we have the AT gun, which has a +20. Up. And he rolls 73, which turns into then 93. 93 for an AT gun is fire at lead tank. So it's an 88 LL. And on long range, he needs 61 or lower. And he rolls 8. So that is going to be 1 knocked out friendly tank. So we lose 5 BP for that. Horrible. We check our random events table. And roll 28. 28 is going to be enemy artillery. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be Panzerfaust attack. Are you kidding me? No. No, I don't want a Panzerfaust attack. Not now. Panzerfaust attack is going to be in area 5 here. It is going to happen on a roll of 1 to 3. On 4 or higher, it does not happen. And roll 10. So that means it's not going to happen. Oh. That's nice. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We pivot our tank, of course. We want to eliminate the chance here of getting killed. Our loader will fire a smoke grenade, fire mortar. For some reason, my hatches are not open. They should be, but they're not. Also, before we do our orders, we should spot, but I will respect that my hatches aren't open. They should be, but they're not. My commander spot marker is over here, so he can attempt to spot the 88. I will try to do that. He has a rating of 9. We have one modifier here, I believe, target at... let's see if we have one at long range. I don't remember that we do. Targeting woods +1. Yeah, that's it. So we have a +1 to our roll. We roll a 9. That's horrible. So he will become hidden, right? Then we do our orders. We do fire bow MG with assistant driver. Gunner will fire coaxial. And our commander is just gonna stay put, and we'll keep the hatches closed, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll keep them closed for now. Yes, sir. Okay, so first of all, we pivot. Then we fire bow and coaxial. So we roll for ammo expenditure, gun malfunctions. 7, so that's 1 ammo box, and 58. Remember, ammo is spent on a roll of 1 to 30. Gun malfunction happens on 98, 99, or 100. And then our loader fires the smoke mortar. So we put a smoke marker here in our front of the tank. And that should be it. Yes, sir. Okay, so then it is the enemy's turn again. And we roll for the light weapons first. And they roll 73. 73 for light weapons is fire at infantry. So they will kill infantry on a roll of, on medium range, 20 or lower. And roll 99, so that fails. Then we have the AT gun. And the AT gun rolls 21. 21 for an AT gun is do nothing. And then we have our friendly action table. We start by rolling for the light weapons. We need 1 to 39 to take him out. And roll 57, so it's a no-go. For the AT gun, we need 1 to 29 to take out. And roll 65, so it's a no-go. 80 or higher, we will also get smoke. We roll on the random event table. And roll 88. 88 is going to be flanking fire. That's cool. Okay, so we get to attack one more time with -10 modifier. The light weapons we will take out now on a roll of 1 to 49. And roll 42, so the light weapons are done for. Let's see here, there we go. We go ahead and mark off 1 VP for knocking out light weapons squad. And then we roll for 80 gun, and now then we need 1 to 39. -3 for each US control marker, -10 for the flanking fire. That turns into 39. And roll 67, so unfortunately even with flanking fire we do not get this AT gun. And that makes it our turn again, so we'll keep our hatches closed. We're just gonna stop with the tank, we're not gonna move. I'll keep fire the mortar here and the bow MG. So first we have smoke depletion phase, then I roll for, we can't spot him, he's hidden. We roll for the Okay, we got one ammo box spent and then one more. So we have 2 totally. So we go from 20 30 cal boxes to 18. And then we fire the mortar again. Smoke mortar, that is. And we're all for enemy action. We're all for the AT gun. And the AT gun rolls 68. 68 means fires at your tank. 67 to 70 is fire at your tank. So very good. We popped smoke. So at long range, let's see here too. It's different ones when you are enemy AP to hit. It's an 88 LL. Only long range, he will hit my tank on a roll of 79 or less. But through each smoke marker, you half it, split it. So 79 turns into 39, and 39 turns into 19. So he needs a 19 or lower to hit. First, I become acquired by enemy. Okay, so 19 or lower. Let's see if we have any modifiers. It's going to be 19 or lower to hit me. He rolls 51, so he doesn't get me, but I'm now acquired, so that's bad news. Friendly action to take down his 80 gun, 1 to 29. And roll 88. That is not going to help me to kill him, but it's going to put a smoke marker. Anything over 80 smokes the 80 guns. Random events table. We roll 23. 23 is going to be enemy. No, it's going to be mines. Mines, nothing happens because I'm not moving. I'm standing still. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do something different now. It's our turn. We are going to drive with our tank forward. Or actually, we'll try to... yeah, we'll move forward, because that way we will at least be moving, and we get rid of the acquired. I am a little bit scared if I try to reverse, and that's gonna make him retreat, and I don't think that makes us capture the area. I can't remember now the retreat rules. They are a little bit fidgety, but anyway, I don't want him to retreat due to my movement. I believe if that happens, I think he goes here, or I can't remember. Anyway, I don't want to do that because I want to win this exit area, so I will move forward. My commander will direct movement. We will keep firing the mortar and the bow MG, and coaxial will not be fired. Oh, can you fire? You should be able to fire them while moving. Okay, and yeah, we need to deplete smoke also at the start of this. That's also one thing I sometimes forget. Okay, so we roll on the movement table first. Always movement first. So let's see here. We have the HVSS, so that's a -2 to our roll. Accident will happen. We have mud now, so that's +9 to our roll. We roll 29. Minus driver's rating, minus commander's rating, round down half of it if he's commanding from a vision cupola, which is -2 if the tank has HVSS, +5 is if driver's buttoned up, +9 if during mud weather, but we're still very, very far away from 98. 98 to 99, you have a front track. 100, you are bogged down on forward or reverse. So we're definitely not. And then we look at the unmodified roll on the white die. The white is going to be, in our case, actually the black one. Determines the effect of movement on the positioning of enemy units as follows. Forward, 7 to 9 does nothing. So the colored one is for the die, and the white one, I don't have the white one, I have a black one, is going to be that one. And then we have our option rule, which we're using fuel, which also comes in as you're moving in battle. And the fuel states the following. While on battle board, if the color die roll is a roll of 1 to 3, mark off 1 fuel. And this is going to be the colored one, and we rolled a 2. So that means we spend 1 fuel. So we go from 27 to 26. And there is just another reason why, yeah, skip counting for fuel. I've never run out of fuel. It's just extra bookkeeping, and it's kind of fun in the beginning, I gotta admit, but not afterwards. Anyway, the acquired by enemy goes away since we actually moves, so that's the important part. Then we fire the bow MG and the coaxial, so we roll for them. We have 1 ammo box spent and 52, so that's nothing. We mark off, we have 17 30 cal boxes now. And let's see, we pop smoke now with our mortar. Our loader pops smoke, bam. And then we roll for our nasty enemy 88. Enemy action advanced scenario, and he rolls 33 for the 80 gun. It's gonna be fire at any tank. Okay, and he fires at long range. He needs 61 or lower to kill, halved with each smoke marker, so it's turned to 30, 15, so 15 or lower, minus his one as well. So that's 7 or lower now to kill. He rolls 50. And then we have friendly action to take down the 80 gun. We need a roll of 1 to 29. And I'm going to re-roll that one. And roll 71, so that's not good enough. We roll on the random events table. And roll 61, which is enemy reinforcements. Okay, so we go ahead and activate one enemy unit. We roll 91. That's a Panzerspähwagen. We roll on the enemy gun appearance table. That's going to be a Spähwagen. A half track. And he will spawn in area over here together with the 80 gun. At what range? I believe that is going to be long range. Facing will be the side. Yes, the side. And his terrain will be hold down. Okay, so we have a little nasty Spähwagen hold down here. And that's going to be the end of that turn. So we go to the next turn. We deplete smoke. So you got to keep that smoke up because it goes away fast. And remember that if you have rain, smoke goes by at double speed. So you don't deplete them, you remove the gray ones. So in that regard, rain is very bad if you're trying to keep the smoke up. And that is also another example of a rule that you just have to read enough times to get in your head. But it's kind of logic, isn't it, that rain would remove it. Or heavy winds, but I don't think you have winds here as weather. Okay, so what are we gonna do, lads? We are gonna try to spot the Spähwagen. We keep we're buttoned up. And the orders, let's leave the orders, but we don't do the orders yet. We always start with spotting. Plus 3 because crew member is buttoned up. Also, did this guy fire on us? He cannot fire on us if he's hidden. So that's a good thing to remember. I forgot about that, but he's hidden, so he cannot fire at us. Anyway, nothing happened. He did not hit us. Okay, spotting table. Plus 3 is if crew member is buttoned up, so we have a plus 3. It's a plus 2 if it's the commander spotting from vision cupola. So we have a plus 2. Plus 1 if target is hold down, so that's a plus 3 then. And we are actually still considered to be moving. So that's a plus, plus 4. We have plus 4. It's a small target. We have a plus 5. Okay, we have a plus 5 totally. I'm gonna re-roll that. We roll a 1, so he's spotted and he would also be identified if that would have been needed. Okay, and then for our orders, I order my driver to stop. I keep shooting the mortar. My commander is just gonna stay put, and we'll keep firing bow MG in the coaxial. So first we stop, we remove the moving marker, and then we go ahead and fire with the bow MG first and coaxial. And we roll 7, so that is going to be 1 30 cal box. So we go from 17 now to 16 30 cal boxes remaining. And then we go ahead and pop smoke. Bop. And then we roll on the enemy action tables. So we'll start with our Spähwagen, who rolls 34. 34 is move, 31 to 40 is move forward. So he moves over here. We remove the hold down marker and the spotted marker. We roll for new facing. We roll a 10, so he will be in the open. He's moving, and his the facing will be the rear, and the terrain will be open. And then we roll for our AT gun, and we roll 18, and 18 for the AT gun is move back. So the AT gun retreats off the battlefield. He understands that this is a battle that he's not going to be able to win. I wish suddenly that I had AP now in my gun. We look for our friendly action table, and the Speerwagen will be killed on a roll of 1 to 49. I rolled 96, so that's definitely not enough. We look on the random events table. We roll 76, which is enemy reinforcements. So we go ahead and activate one more unit. It's going to be 52, which is going to be another AT gun. And we'll roll for his zone, which will be here. He's going to go into long range on a roll of 9. And his terrain, a roll of 4. Infantry targets, that's going to be in the woods in an A area. Okay, so then it's our turn again. What do we want to do now? Let's start by attempting to spot. So first of all, my commander will try to spot the Speerwagen. The Speerwagen, we have a +2 because he's spotting from Division Cupola. +1 because it's a small target, so it's a +3. But then we have a -3, target is moving, and a -1 because target medium range, so the total is a -1. We roll a 10, so he's hidden. We cannot fire at him. Then the commander tries to spot the AT gun, and roll a 3, so it's spotted, but not identified, unfortunately, because we have a couple of modifiers here. We have +2 commander spotting from Vision Cupola, and then we have +1 target in woods, so the 3 turns into a 6. I need to roll a 4 or lower to identify that AT gun. Okay, we go ahead and spend smoke, which actually should be done before you start spotting, but I'm becoming excited. I can feel it. We'll keep our hatches closed. We'll fire the mortar again. Our loader is going to take a break from firing the mortar. He is going to go ahead and change gun load to AP. So we mark with our reload marker here that we will reload with AP. We will keep firing with the bow MG and the coaxial, and that will be it. So we roll first for the 30 cals, and we have one box. We roll 7, and then we roll 89. So we go from 16 30 cal boxes to 15. And I've yet to ever run out of any kind of ammo or fuel. We change our gun load from HE to AP. So ammo reload marker goes here. And yes, then it's the enemy's turns. We roll first for Speerwagen. Speerwagen rolls 58, which is going to be moved to right. Okay, so that's bad for us, because that means he takes out 1 US control area. And he will be moving. Hidden marker goes away, at least. His new facing will be, let's see, it's over here. That's going to be the side, I believe. Let's see, yes, his new terrain will be a 3, which in an A area is hold down. And he's moving still. Yes, and then we have the AT gun. And we roll 29. And for an AT gun, 21 to 30 is do nothing. Okay, and then we roll on our friendly action table. So first we'll roll for Speerwagen. To kill him, it's 1 to 40. -3 for each, just 1 to 46. But then we have +2 for versus vehicle targets for each friendly tank lost. And we have lost a tank. So the 46 turns into a 44. So 44 or lower to kill the Speerwagen. And roll 35, so the Speerwagen is taken out by friendly forces. We put the Speerwagen back over here, and we take away the hair, so my dogs are dropping everywhere. And you know, they're just flying around in there, and then they are landing on my gaming boards and annoy me. So we go ahead and mark off one more VP here for knocked out Speerwagen by Friendly forces, that is. And then we're all on the AT gun. To get the AT gun now, we need 1 to 26, since we lost the US control marker. We're all 76, so it's a no-go. The AT guns are hard to... they're really hard to get. That means we roll now for random events table. And we roll 87, which means flanking fire. So we get another shot at the AT gun, that's sweet. 1 to 26 then turns into 1 to 36. Let's hope we get him. We're all 99, so we put a smoke marker at least on him. But that's annoying because it's going to be harder to spot him, so not really what I wanted to happen. New round, we deplete smoke. And then we attempt to spot. We attempt to spot with the commander. Here also 5, that's not enough. And then we attempt with, let's see here, with the gunner. And he identifies it, so we roll on the appearance. We roll a 6. So the 88 turns into a 75L. And it's not a pack 30. It's not a pack 43 either. It's a pack 40. A pack 40, so that is better for us, at least. The question is what I should do now. He's still at long range. I mean, I'm not going to try to engage him. That it would just be stupid. We have AP now, and I'll guess I'll keep AP in because he's not going to move any closer. The AT guns can only move backwards. I'll keep popping smoke. That's basically what I can do. So I'll keep popping smoke with my loader, fire mortar. And we fire the MGs as usual. So we roll for the 2 MGs first. I roll 68, so nothing happens, and 78, nothing happens. Then we go ahead and pop smoke with our loader. And we roll on enemy action for the AT gun. And roll 93. 93 is going to be for the AT gun, fire at lead tank. So to kill for the 75L on long range, is going to be 22 or lower. With smoke markers, 2 of them, it turns into 11 and then turns into 5. So 5 or lower to kill. He rolls 37, that's no kill. Friendly action to take this guy out now is 1 to 20 minus 6, 1 to 26. And roll 37, so it's a no-go. So we have to roll yet again on the random events table. Random events table, we roll 11. 11 is going to be friendly artillery. Okay, that's cool. We have friendly artillery, that's going to be a kill on 1 to 20, but we have the modifier here, artillery fire versus light weapons, machine guns, or AT gun targets in woods. That's -3 to our die roll, so 1 to 20, we need now a 1 to 23 to take out that pack 40. And we roll 91, so we have no kill, but we do have smoke. On a roll of 80 or higher, we get smoke. And that's the end of this turn, so we go again to deplete smoke phase. And guess what? I'm going to do exactly the same orders with my guys. So we roll first for the 30 cals. And that's 1 ammo spent on a roll of 13 and 55. So we go from 15 to 14 30 cal boxes now. And then again, we go ahead and pop smoke into the front zone here with our guy. And then we go roll again for the enemy action for the AT gun. He rolls 26. 26 for an AT gun is do nothing. Remember, on a roll of 21 to 30 it does nothing. So we go ahead and roll again on the friendly action table. We knock him out on a roll of 1 to 26. We roll 50, so there is no kill. We go ahead and roll again on the random events table. And on the random events table, we roll 43. 43 is going to be friendly advance, so that means we can capture one area. So we're going to go ahead and capture this area back. Remember, you want to keep these rear areas, as if you have a Panzerfaust here, it is going to have a nasty it's going to have a nasty modifier, because if they attack from sector 1, 2 or 3, they have a -1 to their rolls. It's highly likely that they will hit if you compare it to one of the frontal zones. And there we have another dog hair. Okay, we roll again on, it's our turn again, so we go ahead and deplete smoke, first of all. And then we go ahead and roll on the 30 cals. We roll 49, and we roll 61. So nothing happens. We pop smoke again with our loader. We roll now on enemy action advance scenario. For the AT gun, roll 85, which is fires at lead tank. And again, 75L, long range, needs 22 or lower to kill. We have 2 smoke markers, so 22 turns into 11, 11 turns into 5. He rolls 92, so he definitely doesn't kill anyone. We have the friendly action table. We need to roll 1 to 26 to 1 to 29 now, as we have 3 use control areas. 1 to 29, we kill him. We roll 97, so again, we do not kill him, but we put a smoke marker. Unmodified roll of 80 or higher kills the enemy. Sorry, smokes the enemy. Random events table, we roll 2d10 and we roll 50. And 50 is going to be a friendly advance again. That's cool. We go ahead and take over this area now. And then it's our turn again. Before it's our turn, we go ahead and deplete smoke. Like that. And then we roll for the 30 cals. We do the same orders and we roll 13. So that's 1 ammo box. And then we roll 39. So we have 1 expended. We go from 13 30 cal boxes to 14 to 13. And then we roll yet again on the enemy action table for AT gun. And AT gun rolls 69. That is going to be fire at your tank. 66 to 70 is fire at your tank. Okay, we go ahead and look now. Enemy AP to hit. 75L on long range needs 67 to kill. So that is big difference. Because if it fires at another tank or the lead tank, at long range the 75L needs 22 or lower. But if it fires at you on long range, it needs 67 or lower. We have 2 smoke markers, one in the fire zone and one in our frontal zone. So 67 is, modified, split in half 2 times. 67 turns into 33. 33 turns into 16. 16 or lower. Let's see if we have any modifiers. No, we do not. And the guy rolls 18, so we just barely make it. He misses. However, we are acquired by enemy 1. And that leads us now to our friendly actions, who will hopefully help us out. Now we have a modifier for use control areas of total of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 each. So 1 to 20 to kill turns into 1 to 32 to kill. And we roll 90, so it's not a kill, but it's more smoke. What am I guys smoking? Then we have the random events table. We roll 2d10 and we roll 77, which means enemy reinforcements. And we roll 2d10 for that. That is going to be 35. The 35 is going to be a machine gun. And the machine gun is going to spawn in area 9. And distance for our enemy machine gun is going to be medium, I believe. Yes, sir. The machine gun can actually spawn in long air distance, which the light weapons cannot do. And his terrain, number 7 in an A area, is building, but in November 44, the building is instead of fortification. Okay, then that's the end of the enemy turn. We go ahead and deplete all of this smoke. Yeah, there should be 1 left from me as I fired the smoke last turn. Okay, let's see. Do we wanna... Yeah, we'll try to spot the machine gun with my commander first. And roll of 4, so he's definitely spotted even with the modifier of +2 when you're spotting from a vision cupola. Okay, loader will not fire mortar now. He will go ahead and change gun load yet again. And he will change it to HE. Let's see here, where is the reload marker? He will change gun load to HE. Bow MG, coaxial, they do the same. They fire at advancing fire. So we roll for that first. 48 and 77, so no ammo spent. We put our advanced fire markers. And then we change gun load from AP to HE with our loader. There we go. And then we roll for enemy action. We start with machine gun. And he rolls 19. And 19 for the MG is move forward. Okay, so he actually moves into my advancing fire. So we'll roll first for advancing fire to see if he bites the dust. And then we have, first of all, we have per smoke marker, it's halved, and I have smoke, unfortunately. For the bow MG, it's 10 or lower to kill, minus the crew members rating. So it's 20, which turns into 10 because of the smoke. And the crew rating of my system driver is 4. So to kill, 10 turns into 14. And then it's a plus 10 for advancing fire, so the 14 turns into a 4. Okay, so 4 lower to kill. We got 69. And then the MG, the coaxial 25, which turns into 12 because there's a smoke marker. The 12 turns into 18 because we have a rating of 6. 18 turns into 8 because it's advancing fire plus 10 to our roll. We roll 11. 11 is unfortunately not enough to kill that MG. We roll for new cover for the MG. And the MG in an A area will be in the woods. And he will also be moving now in his first, as he just went there. Let's see if I can put this back. And we remove the spotting marker as he has moved. Come on. All right, I'm acquired by that enemy, which is bad. We roll for that enemy now, the AT gun. And the AT gun rolls 27. 27, that is do nothing. Friendly action table to kill the machine gun. We need a roll of 1 to 39. And roll 71, so it's a no-go. To kill the AT gun, we need a roll of 1 to 32. And roll 15, so finally we get rid of that AT gun. Let's see here. Yes, we mark off the AT kill. That is going to be 4 VP by our friendlies. We roll again on the enemy action, random events table, that is. We roll 81, that is flanking fire. We get one more attempt to kill the MG gun. Hopefully we get him now, and that's going to end this battle. So first we have -3 for each of these. That's the 1 to 30 to kill turns into 1 to 42. And then we have -10 because it's flanking fire. 1 to 42 turns into 1 to 52. Come on. And we roll 6, so we managed to get the MG team with our flanking fire. We mark off another VP, and that is the end of combat finally, because that was the random event that gave us the flanking fire. So that is finally the end of this combat. We capture finally the exit area for 10 VP, and that is the end of this day, guys. Okay, sorry if I just kept like because you know. Once you go through the battle cycle too many times, you just want it to end. That's just the god honest truth. We are at an advanced scenario, so that we have a multiplier here for captured map areas. So first of all, we have 2 VP from friendlies for killing knocked out light weapons and MGs, and 1 from us. So we go from 14 VP now to 15 VP, and that's for our commander. And then we knocked out Speerwagen for 2 VP. We knocked out an AT gun for 4 VP. We captured 3 areas. That's 3 VP, but it becomes 6 with the multiplier. And then we captured 1 exit area for 10 VP, which turns into 20 VP with the multiplier. Unfortunately, we lost a friendly tank for -5 VP. So friendly forces lost a total is -5. For captured areas, we have 26 VP. Friendly forces, we have a total of 4, 6, 8. And for our personal VP, your tank 1. So it's gonna be, let's see here, 3, 1, 4, 30 VP. The 30 VP is not too bad in a November scenario with medium resistance. Definitely not. I'm definitely satisfied with this, but I'm just wondering, I mean, we just managed to get it here on the last minute. How would it, if it was so close, how are you going to get the exit areas in November, December, January if it spawns on the other side of the map? That's going to be a tough one. That's one of the few things that is not perfect with this game. I really love Patton's Best, even with all the endless battles, but the victory condition is a little bit strange because I mean, you could just for every area you could do everything that consumes time, check adjacent areas for resistance, call for ammo even though you don't really need it. The day is gonna pass and it's gonna be easier to win. So there should be, like, for example, in the hunters, that if you have 3 unsuccessful patrols in a row, the game is lost. So there should be something like that here too, that if you don't capture the exit area in 3 action days in a row, you're demoted and lose command of the tank, something like that. The same with battles and counter scenarios. Basically, it should be a loss, consider a loss, I think, if you have to retreat all the way to the exit area. Anyway, guys, we're gonna still do the fun part here, which is a roll for ratings. The commander will have a rating increase on a roll of 10. Nope. The gunner will have a rating increase of 7 to 10. Yes, sir. Our gunner gets a rating of 7 now. Our loader will have a crew rating increase on a roll of 10. Our driver on a roll of 6 to 10. Our assistant driver on a roll of 5 or higher. Yes, okay. So we have 2 crew rating advances. I'm definitely gonna be happy with that. Okay, guys, that is the end of the 17th of November. Let's take a quick look here at the combat calendar before we end today's video. So next battle is gonna be the 18th of November. And it's an advance with combat occurring on a roll of 4 or lower, high resistance. So I definitely hope I don't get that one. It's going to be super hard. The historical note for that is Duise and Rodalbe. So I'm guessing there is some crazy place. So we'll see what that is. And then we have a bunch of advances, 2 or lower for combat. Then we have Crossed Saw River. And more counterattacks, Wolfskirchen, cleared zone of responsibility. I wonder what that means, cleared zone of responsibility. No idea. But anyway, a lot of stuff still happening. We're at episode 19, I believe this is, and we're not really halfway through it, but almost. But then we have a lot of low numbers here in this whole region and this whole region. So and we could get knocked out next action. So definitely there is no guarantee. Definitely not that we're gonna make it to the end. And I have a hope, of course. I really hope, because I want to win. I want my commander to survive to the end. But definitely that is not gonna be a guarantee. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with me and watching this episode. I hope I'll also see you for episode 20. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, I always say it. It's burned into my mind now. I have to say it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment. Yes. Okay, guys, I will see you next time. Take care.